Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen highlighting a new Biden administration effort designed to make housing more accessible to Americans. The investments include making $100 million available through a new fund to help finance affordable housing over the next 3 years. Just last week, new data showed home prices hit a record high in May. Joining us now, Deputy Treasury Secretary Wally Adeyemo. Mr. Secretary, it's good to see you. I got to be totally honest with you. I saw $100 million, and I wondered whether I was missing a decimal point or something. As you know, we had to raise the deficit by, I think, $400 billion, and a third of that was student loans forgiveness. So we got, $100 and some billion for student loans, but $100 million for housing. It just seemed like it didn't make any sense to me, the size. What can we do with $100 million?
So, Joe, it's good to see you, and I think it's important that you're making a point that the president continues to make, which is that we need more housing in this country, and one of the ways that we can incentivize that housing is with more money from the federal government. And it's important to note that through the American Rescue Plan, we put $19 billion towards 3,000 housing projects, but we need more. And part of the reason that Secretary Yellen was in Minneapolis yesterday was because Minneapolis is doing their part, and lots of cities are, by changing their zoning ordinances to make it easier to build housing. The $100 million is just one of several initiatives she announced yesterday, but what we know is that we need Congress's help to get more money for housing. And right now, there's a bipartisan proposal that's been passed through the House of Representatives, sitting in the Senate, that will allow us to build far more housing in order to help us increase supply, which is critical to affordability. You raise the point of fiscal sustainability, and there again, I think that we agree with you. The idea here is that we need to have a fiscally sustainable path, and part of that is the president's proposal to raise $3 trillion of revenue to put us on that fiscally sustainable path. And we've already done some of that work in a bipartisan way just last year when we passed a bill working with Republicans that helped save $1 trillion. So we're looking forward to doing more on both fronts, both being fiscally responsible, right, but also building more housing.
Definitely a setback for deficit reduction, but now that we're back to almost $2 trillion, and this is during a pretty, we're not in a recession. So I don't know what it seems like we're spending a lot. I mean, there's some residual left over that I guess the FDIC hasn't been able to collect yet on what's due for that incident from last year, and there's some other weird accounting issues in there. But nobody likes to be at 1.9 trillion in a fairly decent growth phase of an economy.
So, Joe, I think this is exactly why the president has proposed that we increase revenues in order to bring down our debts over time. And that's why he's calling for extending middle-class tax cuts up to $400,000, but ending the rest of the last administration's tax policies that added a great deal to those deficits over time. Fundamentally, you have to have a plan, and I think the president's announced one that would help us save $3 trillion, and he looks forward to working with Republicans to implement a plan that will make us more fiscally responsible.